What's up, you guys? Welcome to Aftershock, the World of Wrestling. I'm Aaron, and today we're going to start the February 2016 Pro Wrestling news and updates. There's actually some stuff left over from last month to talk about here today, so there's quite a bit to discuss, so let's dive right on in it. First, we're going to do TNA. Jeff Hardy signs a new contract. I pretty much expected he would sign at least one more deal with TNA. Seeing as he is injured right now, he is clear to compete, but I did think I seen somewhere where he did need another surgery. So he just got hurt. He would not want to make the switch right in the middle of his injury, obviously. So I pretty much expected him to re-sign. I expect it was probably maybe a year, maybe 2 years, but I don't think it was definitely anything about more than 2 years, because I can almost say 100% he will finish his career and retire with WWE, so he can go in the Hall of Fame. Him and Matt as well. So excited he re-signed, but I pretty much know what's going to happen with his career. I'd like to think, anyways. The angle 2 weeks ago, I think, maybe it been last week, where he got injured. He got pile drive through a table by Eric Young. I definitely don't think that is a real injury. I think that is a scripted or a kayfabe injury. And it may be a foresight into a little bit of the future till when Jeff actually is ready to compete 100%. To maybe a world title feud between Jeff Hardy and a heel Matt Hardy. It would be really cool to see. Yes, we've seen it 2 or 3 times in WWE, but it would be cool and fresh, and maybe they could do some more things in TNA that they weren't allowed to do in the previous world. So I think that might be what we're working towards. He got the kayfabe injury, maybe because, like I said, I think he needs another surgery. So he will be out a few weeks. And that was the perfect spot, so that is my fortake on it, my interpretation. On to the next topic for TNA. Shane Helms, throughout these past few weeks, has had a challenge for the X Division champion Tigre Uno. What could this challenge be? Me personally, the obvious. Shane Helms may be coming back to do one more program, maybe even just one more match, unless he gets the title for. That would be really something really fresh, something new, something. Actually, some other viewers that haven't been up to date with TNA, some Hurricane fans maybe, switch the channel. So maybe this is good booking for me. It maybe was Shane Helms' idea to do this, maybe. And actually, me personally in WWE, I loved the Gregory Shane Helms character. He was the Cruiserweight champion forever, it seemed like. So, definitely something new, fresh. I'm hoping this challenge is actually an X Division title match. That would be really cool. Next topic, and the last topic for our TNA topics today. A new team was revealed on the debut show with Pop TV. The Decay being Abyss, Crazy Steve with Rosemary. For me, something very new for TNA, something very exciting and fresh. I personally very much dig it. I really like it. And maybe this could give Crazy Steve a chance to come out of his shell and break out into his own. Maybe could give a chance and some help from the veteran Abyss. Let's be honest, you guys. Abyss is a veteran. I personally think he's been anything. I mean, definitely he's always been decent for me. And let's be honest, he's a veteran now. So maybe he could teach Crazy Steve a thing or two, and maybe actually help elevate Crazy Steve's career and his character as a whole. So I'm definitely very much excited for that. On to the WWE news. AJ Styles has had two wins as of late. He got a big win in his first ever Raw match against Chris Jericho, and that looks like it's starting to branch out into a little bit of a feud between AJ and Y2J. So that's very cool to see. AJ Styles also got a win over Curtis Axel in that match, though. I did think he was going for the moonsault reverse DDT that he does in the corner off the ropes, and I do think he did botch that a little bit. He still hit the moonsault, but maybe it just could be not necessarily a psychology thing, but a technical thing. Maybe a WWE ring is a lot different. Maybe the ropes are tighter. Maybe the ropes are looser. Maybe it's just a couple minor things that AJ might need to get used to. So definitely not anything bad. But I did catch that, and I may be wrong, but I do think he was going for that reversal DDT and kind of botched it. But nonetheless, in this match, he did finally hit the Styles Clash on in a WWE ring on Curtis Axel. Never seen the move used in a WWE ring before. Yeah, we know Michelle McCool, the Faith Breaker. Yeah, yada yada yada. That is not the Styles Clash. It's the same move, but it is not the Styles Clash. If you understand. Next topic in WWE, Sheamus has been diagnosed with with tendonitis of the arm. I have seen where he will work on screen. He will still cut promos. He will still be a persona. He will still be a vital part of the show, but no matches yet. Similar to his League of Nations brethren Wade Barrett. He's still going to be working. He's still going to be on screen. He's still going to be cutting promos, but he's just not going to be in matches. He's not going to be wrestling for a little bit. So that is all I've heard on Sheamus' tendonitis arm injury. If I hear anything further, I definitely will try to let you guys know on that. Next topic, Golden Truth. Kind of wacky, kind of different, but kind of the same. Does it remind anybody of a previous Attitude Era team? Freaky Goldust, Freaky the Bizarre One. We have another bizarre one, but he's not so bizarre as Goldust. Goldust is freaking him out in R-Truth. Goldust and Booker T in the Attitude Era. Swear to God, you guys, this is a flashback from the tag team of Goldust and Booker T. The promos that those two used to cut were just awesome, silly, and it kind of looks WWE may be trying to rehash that a little bit. But nonetheless, it is maybe a little bit fresh, a little bit exciting. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. I just wanted to state it reminded me a lot of Goldust and Booker T. So we'll see. Very sad to announce. I know a lot of people have already heard about this because he announced it himself on Facebook and Twitter. Bret Hart has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I don't want to get anybody alarmed. He's not dying or anything. Bret Hart is fine. Yes, this does suck for everybody. It sucks for the Harts, and it definitely, especially sucks for Bret Hart. But he's not dying, you guys. He is fine. I'm not making it. Yes, people. Oh, that guy's an asshole. He's not even showing any compassion. But yes, I am. I just maybe think he took it a little bit too far. Bret Hart is fine. Yes, it's sucky. He was diagnosed with this brutal disease, but it has not overtaken his body yet. There is things he can do about it, so it's not the end of the world. Literally, it's not the end of the world for Bret Hart. He's, it does suck, and I feel for everybody, and Bret Hart has been awesome throughout this whole world, throughout his whole career, but it's not the end of the world. He's okay, you guys. Don't be alarmed. It does suck, though. Final bit of news for WWE. It goes into Fastlane. Brock Lesnar, Triple H, on this past Raw, Triple H approached Brock Lesnar backstage. And the conversation ended with Brock Lesnar saying, we'll see you at WrestleMania. Script botch? Promo botch? To me, it would have been better for him just to say, we'll see you at Fastlane. But now this has given everybody the idea that Brock is going to win at Fastlane. So Triple H can see, in his own words, you'll see at Mania. So maybe everybody's already thinking Triple H versus Brock Lesnar at Mania. Actually, that's kind of what I'm thinking. The obvious choice is Roman Reigns versus Triple H. And maybe it's kind of a double swerve kind of thing here. Everybody thinks it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Triple H at Mania. That's the obvious WWE choice. But on the other hand, then you're kind of throwing everybody off by having Brock Lesnar say, we'll see you at Mania. having everybody thinking it's going to be Brock versus Triple H at Mania. So, is it Roman versus HHH or Brock versus HHH? I have no clue. I'm wanting to say it's not going to be Roman. Because he didn't get a good reaction at all again at this year's Royal Rumble. It was basically a repeat of last year. For me, everybody hated Roman Reigns. I mean, I like him personally. I think he's very good. I mean, there's always room to improve, but I personally think Roman Reigns is okay. I'm okay with Roman Reigns. But he is not liked. The same exact thing happened at this Royal Rumble that happened last year. So I think WWE's kind of finally taking notice of that. So maybe they might be trying to switch things up. Yes, Brock has been there. He's a part-timer. Everybody, blah, blah, blah. He has some heat on him. But maybe after all, it will come down to Triple H versus Brock Lesnar for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. That is my thoughts. But on the other hand, it could still be Trips versus Reigns. Don't see Ambrose winning the triple threat at Fastlane. I would like to see it maybe, but I do not see Dean Ambrose winning that match at all. But nonetheless, that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please super kick that subscribe button for me. Share it to your Facebook, Twitter, anything else so maybe another wrestling fan can see and start watching these videos. I guess we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, guys.